Is that where you see it's going as well? I would assume so, right? Because
But
when we
I would add that if you're buying a product and there is no business champion saying, I need this, there's only the security guy, then you're already buying the wrong product.
yeah,
You're already, you, because like, and the thing is not because like the business knows more than the security guy. No, it's not that. Is that it clearly shows that the two are not communicating and the other one doesn't see the value. So if it doesn't see the value, it's not going to use it properly or implement it properly. Like today, I open every website and everything is encrypted. 10 years ago, you'd only have like bigger websites and only the checkout page would be encrypted and stuff like that. So we have been able to do this continuous process where the business doesn't even think, do I need to have every page encrypted? We said, we can put it everywhere. So let's put it everywhere. And because there is an advantage in terms of, for the company, in terms of, and also in terms of privacy and overall security posture with the company and its users. And in that sense, every security solution must have a value for the business that we clearly map. Of course, it's going to be like, how are you going to sell? I need a firewall, and from a security perspective. But there is ways that we understand that metric and the impact for that business because I've made the effort to understand that the company that I work for sells whatever product. I can really understand like that firewall is needed because if we don't do that, that product might have this or that, or our customer list is going to be easily accessible, or if we can talk the business language of them without just talking about when we get hacked. That's the other thing. We have to sell business value on a day-to-day basis without the guy in the basement that's going to attack us. Because we also know that security today is not the guy in the basement. It's big organizations, governments, like it's also the guy in the basement. It's still there, but it's a very big industry. That has lots of money being thrown at it from governments and whatever. So again, what the company does must be the thing that the security team remembers every day. We build cars. They need to remember themselves that's what you guys are doing. That's what security you are providing. You are providing security for a company that builds cars. And that's how I need to justify the value. Or if you're talking with a banking is interesting because banking industry works a lot like they buy security because of compliance. That's the main reason. Like I need to comply with this regulation. I need to comply with that. So they end up buying a lot of stuff, and they invest heavily on security because they know that it's a trust relationship. Like a bank knows that they're selling trust. You trust your money to me. So they accept buying everything that keeps that trust level as high as possible. That's not to say like as a company that sells shoes, they don't have that many compliance requirements. So they need to understand that they are buying security because if they don't have security, one day they won't be able to sell shoes online just because their website is down or because they have been known to leak all their users, stuff that really has an impact on the organization. And you have to go to explain to the CISO or the CEO of that company, yes, I know that you're worried about shoes and rubber and leather and whatever, but if you don't do this, then you're not selling shoes, you're just building them. And they will stay there in your factory. It's not a business. The business is about the full flow for the company, from building to selling to delivering and customer support and whatever. Like that's the full business, and that's what we are there to make sure that's up and running every day. I see it always as a continuous process. That's why we say, like, as a company, we secure every user of that company on every interaction that they are doing with it. And we know like that user is running on an unsafe environment, on a browser, that's on a computer that's not updated, that has all of these external plugins that will try to get a lot of information. We assume that we cannot control anything on the environment. And we say, let's do the best that we can do on that environment. That's really cool. Like, because we have enabled companies to do a lot of stuff that you would say it is impossible unless we are able to install endpoint security on that customer, and we are able to do that. Like, that could make it that impossible altogether, and we wouldn't have the innovation of me opening a bank account using a phone. We wouldn't have that kind of stuff. We wouldn't be able to even do this. Like, we are recording this, we are live streaming from a browser to each other, we are talking and recording. This wasn't possible a few years back. It's possible because it's a browser, it's JavaScript, you have invested a lot on this type of technologies. It has encryption, it has communications, it has compression of video. This is all happening in real time, and we are part of it in some way.